Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special postseason edition of the James Miller Coaches Show. I'm the host of your show, Lorenzo Robinson, and of course, we do have the namesake of our show, Coach James Miller. Coach, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing awesome.
Yeah,
doing
I feel
great.
Before we get into anything, just how are you feeling?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. It was awesome on Saturday. Great experience. Really happy for our kids. They prepared really, really well. And put a lot into it throughout the week, and a lot of mental prep, a lot of physical prep, and I think everything came to fruition on Saturday. I really wanted to win that game. They really wanted to win that game. I think they put the work in necessary to achieve the goal, and I was super happy with the way they performed top to bottom, special teams, offense, defense. I thought it was a full team effort.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was a lot of things going on surrounding that day. Of course, you have, I believe, really the first of its kind, a true conference championship game, being it was the last game of the season, 1 versus 2. You had your senior day festivities where you got a chance to honor your senior class. You had, and a big-time alumni day, probably about 25 to 30 former players coming back and supporting the team, being in the stands, being rowdy. So just everything that was surrounding Saturday, how do you feel like the team handled it?
We had like 200 recruits. We had, like you said, 30 alumni guys, some of the best players to ever play here. Joe Cannon, LJ Stegall, Tion Burrows, John Novicki, Josh Chastain, John Kano, former All-Americans, former All-Conference guys. Like super special just atmosphere. I thought our crowd was great. I thought it was phenomenal, man. The fans were stacked. It was a college football game, a small college football game. It's what it should be. And I thought our fans showed up ready to go. I thought it was an awesome event for our seniors. I thought their families showed up and really supported them in their last home game. So I was super impressed with the whole day. I thought it was a really just awesome event. It's the way a senior day, a championship Saturday, it's the way it should end. It was super fun, man. It was one of the best experiences I've had in the 12 years I've been here, for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now getting to the game in that first quarter, their high-powered offense really seemed like they were getting things that they wanted to get. Xavier Malone was hitting his receivers. Their passing game was really controlling the way that things were going. What was your message to the defense during these early stages?
We just keep playing our game, take it one play at a time. We made them. We talked about during the week, we don't want to give up big plays. We want to make them drive, make them have long drives. We did that. They converted some third downs early. We weren't able to get off the field, which kind of didn't help the situation. And that's something that we also harped on throughout the week, was getting off the field on third down. We didn't do a good job of it in the first quarter. And they're a good football team. That kid can really spin it. They got receivers that can make plays. To be honest with you, the guy that I don't want to say we were least worried about, but the guy that kind of surprised us was 18.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he didn't show that on film, really, and kind of showed up and had a really good game. We were, to be honest with you, more worried about 2 and 9 and the running back, because those were their 3 kind of go-to guys, in the tight end, 87. So that kid really showed up and played his tail off. Great performance by him, but I thought the quarterback was executing for them, and we just weren't doing a good job of getting stops when we needed to get them. But I told our kids, just keep playing. I think it was huge that after they scored, we responded right back in one play. We blocked it great, and Ja took it to the house. And then, the second drive, same thing. Went down and scored another one, and 14-14. I just kept telling them, like, if we can just find a way to get one stop, I think we can get some momentum built. Because we were making them drive, and I thought we eventually could get pressure on the quarterback, and I thought, we could create some turnovers if we could get some pressure on them. And I think we did those things, and it kind of started to change.
For sure, for sure. And you touched a little bit on Mr. 5 for 5. We're going to hold off on him a little bit.
Sure.
I feel like Taylor Jackson really did a nice job of controlling the game for you guys.
Yeah.
He really sort of righted the ship and sort of was the captain out there and did a nice job of rallying the troops. And pretty much what we've seen from him all season, being that veteran on the field that those guys can lean on and can look in the eyes of those players and really rally behind. How do you gauge the way that he's performed this year for you?
And he's been a warrior. I think he's just said, you know what, whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do. And he doesn't care if it's throwing. He doesn't care if it's running. That dude, man, he has been running the football hard.
I know. I was saying it the other day. I never thought he could really do it like that.
He's not scared to stick his face in there. Now, obviously, we got to take care of the ball better, but he has been running the ball downhill. He's been running the ball hard. I think he's actually kind of found a niche for it, and he's actually good at it. He's sneaky fast, and he's sneaky in the hole. But he's bought into what we're doing right now, and it's it's a testament to him, his family, who he is. I think he's just said, you know what, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're good at, and let's do it. And when we ask him to throw it, he's been executing better, and he's been doing better of, it's not there, throw it away, which I think has been tremendous by him. He's I think matured a lot this season, and it's been super special to watch over the last, I want to say 6 weeks, ever since we kind of went to 1-3. He's really just kind of said, okay, I'm gonna do better at what they're asking me to do. I'm gonna try harder. It's like he got the 15-yard penalty, and we had talked to him all week about, stay inside your emotions. Well, he came to Hennis, I think it was after halftime, and he was just like, Coach, that's on me. You guys told me not to do it. I did it. It's my fault. And like that's what you look for when you coach, man. You want to see kids mature. You want to see kids, just be adults, and just like when we screw up, hey, we mess this up, or vice versa. And I think he's done that a lot towards the end of the year, and I've been super proud of him. It's been awesome to coach him these last 6 weeks. He's 100% bought in. It's been great to coach him his whole career. So now we're getting to the end. Hopefully not too quick, but he's hopefully can muster up something again this coming Saturday. So we'll see.
So in a lot of absolute gotta have it situations, when you drop back and you throw the football, it seems like one of the first people that he seems to look for is number 23, Xavier Brantley. Does having a weapon like that on the outside that can come through for you in those clutch situations give you confidence going forward in the playoffs?
Yeah, Zay's probably one of our best athletes. He's super fast. He's big. He's physical. He can go up and get a ball. He can catch a ball in traffic. He's got pretty good hands. And he's explosive, man. He's just an explosive player. And when he's locked in on what he needs to do and how he needs to get it done, he can be as good as anybody he wants. So I was happy to see him, get a catch and turn it into a touchdown. And he ran the play exactly how we asked him to do it, and it came to fruition. So, yeah, we're going to continue to try to target him. We're going to continue, that's the thing to me that's been the most special about this team. I hope they are, I know they're like this, but I don't think they care who scores. I don't think they care who gets the ball. They just want to win. And to me, that's what's special. And if we can keep that going, I think we got a great opportunity on Saturday.
Absolutely, absolutely. So last season, Ahmad Williams, U-Pike's running back, had over 180 yards on the ground. It was a career day for him. We know that U-Pike generally has this high-powered passing attack, but it was really that ground attack that got the ball rolling for them last year. This season, I feel like you did a better job of making them a little bit more one-dimensional. What was sort of the game plan going towards that and trying to slow him down and slow down that rushing attack? Yeah,
that was something we really wanted to focus on. Was we want to make them one-dimensional. We want to make them throw the ball. Because if they get the run game going, then they're even harder to stop. Because you got to commit more hats to it in order to stop them. and we didn't want to have to do that. I thought our guys up front played their tails off. Darren McKenzie, Kyvon Rivers, Deuce, E-Man, Cummings, Bryce Parrish. If I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sorry. But all those guys really played their tails off, getting off blocks, knocking the O-line back, changing the line of scrimmage. They still had some good runs, but we didn't give up the big explosive. We didn't give up the super long one. And they did what we were coaching them to do. They listened in practice. They listened in scout team. They knew what we wanted to try to accomplish. And so that was exciting to see. They really played hard. They played physical. They used their hands. They got off blocks. And that we've been harping on that for the last 6 weeks. And it showed up on Saturday, which was special.
So slowing them down in the running game, and on your side of the football, on the offensive side of the football, you only threw the ball 5 times. You ran for over 400 yards on the ground. It really seemed like controlling the line of scrimmage was a point of emphasis. Am I correct in that assessment?
Yeah, that needs to be us every week. That's who I want to be. So that's who we're going to be. I thought we did a great job of it Saturday. I think we limited them to 1 tackle behind the line of scrimmage on offense, which is super impressive to only give up 1 play behind the LOS. And I thought we made a lot of plays on their side of the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure on the total number of sacks. I want to say it was more than 3. Able to create 5 turnovers by putting pressure on the quarterback. I think all that stuff plays in the hand. And then our secondary guys holding up in coverage and doing a great job. Carter, I think, had 2. Carter had 3 pass breakups. BP had a huge pass breakup on their sideline, which was a huge play. So, and then, Braylon kind of taking charge along with Gabe and the rest of those safeties to be able to put guys in the right position for us to make plays. I thought all those guys, it all works hand in hand. It's not just one part of the defense. It's a whole thing. It's Julian and Kamari. That's probably 2 guys I didn't and Adam talk about in the run game either, is stuffing those O-linemen back in the holes. We did that a couple times. Kamari had a couple really good ones. Ju had a couple good ones. Adam. So it was a full defensive effort to be able to do what they did on Saturday, because that's a good defense that put up a lot of yards against some other really good teams. They only lost to Campbellsville by 3, who's the 12th team in the playoff bracket. So they in Georgetown, it was 34-17, but it was a close game until the very end, and they just beat Campbellsville. So they played a lot of good football teams and played them tight. And I thought we just really prepared and put our best foot forward on Saturday.
So every weekend, I go through these real brainstorming sessions, right? I come up with these elaborate questions. I watch the game, I rewatch the game, then I say, okay, what can I ask? I look at the stat sheet. Okay, so I'm going to ask this, I'm going to ask that. I couldn't really come up with anything to describe what Jock Colbert did on Saturday. All I have here is Jock Colbert 5 touchdowns on senior day. Mm-hmm. I really tried to come up with something real nice, real fly, something that would make you think. I don't really have too much to say. What do you have to say about what he did?
Man, that's up there, best all-time performances I've seen. I've seen just about every guy that's ever played in the history of the program. Like I said, L.J. Stegall was there, Nigel Curtis, Devin Collins was out there. He has the single-game rushing record. I've seen a lot of good Treve Kane. A lot of good football players. Quay Stocks. I think Jaws, defensively, offensively, Tevin McCoy might be the best player that's ever played here. I think, that's always up for determination. He's definitely the best defensive player to ever play here. Javier Dyer is a really good football player. Tion Burrows is as good a football player as you can find. If God made a football player, it might be Tion. Jock Colbert's in that conversation. He's super special, man. When he's on, he is he's hard to tackle. I mean, he caught that one on the sideline.
Oh, my God.
Guy in his face. Makes that guy miss. 15, their best player on defense is coming to tackle him. Makes him look stupid. Breaks 3 or 4 more tackles and gets into the end zone. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess that guy's just better than all that. Because we didn't do much on that play, I promise you. Not to help him anyway. He's special, man. He practices hard. He lifts hard. He shows up, does what he's supposed to. He's a Reinhardt guy through and through. I'm super proud of him. I think if he has a good day Saturday, he's going to break 3,000 yards career. And that's not something to just laugh at. We've run the ball a lot here for a long time. And to run for 3,000 yards in your career is saying something. He is the only guy to ever have 2,000-yard seasons at Reinhardt. I know that for a fact. And he's a baller. He really is. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's just a dude. I don't know if he's going to get All-American. He's the best player on our team.
I'm banging the drum for him. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm sure there's guys with more touchdowns and whatever you want to say. All you got to do with him is put tape on, and he's a pretty special guy. So he's awesome. I'm going to miss him. We're going to miss him. I know that. So I'm still looking to see if we can maybe find a year somehow. I don't think that's possible. So he's a good dude, man, and those kids love it. You know what's best about him is into the game, you get guys in there and they start running. I see Chris Barnes out of corner of my eye, and Ja gets super excited when Chris gets the ball, and that's what's really cool. He gets more excited when the other guys get the ball than when he gets the ball, which is pretty awesome. So, yeah, he's awesome.
So speaking of awesome, speaking of getting excited, the crowd was really ignited in that third quarter. And it seemed like the entire team, when Adam Mwimba had that big-time strip sack of Xavier Malone. And I feel like your team really hit a second gear after that. How do you gauge the way that Adam Mwimba has played over the course of this season?
Well, me and Adam have a great relationship. He's like a son, and he wasn't playing great about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I kind of got in his butt a little bit, and he's responded and played his tail off the last 3 weeks. I was super happy that he knocked the crap out of that guy. To be honest with you, I thought that was the turning point in the game. I thought that hit that caused the fumble, we score the next play. I think, which if I was that kid, if he, I'm not saying he shouldn't have been in the game. I'm not saying that at all. I'm sure he got checked out and everything, but I think he was rattled big time.
At the very least, it changed the way that he approached the game.
100%. And I think that's why he threw the next pick. I really believe it was because of Adam's hit. He laid the wood on it. We watched it about 5 times today. It was pretty awesome. He's been awesome, man. He's been very coachable. He's been great with Coach Gardner. He's been a leader. He's been doing everything I've asked him to do, especially the last 4 weeks, and I've been very proud of him. He's come a long way in the 4 years he's been here, and he's getting ready to graduate, and he's going to do great things at the next phase of his life, for sure.
So speaking of that second gear, we didn't really see that second gear all the time in the beginning stages of the season. It seemed like there were moments where you guys were getting ready to push it into that second gear, and then there would be a play here, self-inflicted wound there. But over the course of these past few weeks, it seems like you've really been able to find that second gear and separate from teams. What has gone into that for you this season?
Man, I think it's just maturity. I think it's keeping our head down and continuing to work, and know if you put the work in, you'll see the harvest. Like when you plant the seeds and you keep planting them and you keep watering them and you keep putting something into them, you're going to get something in return. And I think that's what we've done this year. we've put our head down and we said, okay, we're going to get better. We're going to get better every single week, and that's all we're going to do. And we're going to keep working at it, and we're going to keep busting our butt. I mean, I told the kids when we were 1-3, like, we just got to keep working. Like, there's no other, like, we can't quit. So we just got to keep getting better and keep working at it. And they did that, and it wasn't always great. I mean, even against Bluefield, there was rough times, and against KCU, we almost lose. And we just had to, go through some of that adversity to hopefully get where we are. And I hope we've built a callus on us, and I hope it will help us in this next phase that's getting ready to come up.
Absolutely. So this past game, you wore that black on navy. You pretty much worn every uniform combination that you have at home because you have 6 of them. I know you don't really like to get too caught up in it, but I have to ask you, what is your personal favorite uniform combination?
Personal favorite? Man. That's a good question. It's not the black on navy. I actually like the black on gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the gold pants with the black top.
Okay.
I'm a fan of that. I like the white on navy, white top, navy bottom. Classic,
can't beat it.
Yeah. I don't know what they want to do this weekend. They haven't told me. Scrap usually likes to pick because he thinks he's this Don Juan of dress or whatever. Thinks he's got some game. He ain't got nothing.
Oh man, I ain't gonna let you talk about it like that.
Yeah. But I guess I would say black on gold.
Okay.
I like the black. I like the black ones.
Okay, I like the black too. Nice addition to the Rolodex, I would say.
No doubt. No doubt. They want me to get a baby blue, but
I know how you feel about that.
Keon wants baby blue. I don't know. Look at him.
But we'll discuss it more off the air.
No doubt.
So just after everything that's happened over the past few seasons and everything that happened this year and coming into this year being picked to finish second in the conference and just everything that went on going into this game, what does winning this conference championship mean to you?
Man, it felt really good from where we started to where we are and how it's going. It's feels awesome. I don't want it to end though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want the ride to be over. I've really enjoyed coaching this football team. Every team's different. Some teams you love coaching. Some teams you don't love as much. But I have really enjoyed coaching this team. They're a great group of kids. They work really hard. They care about each other. They want to do good for each other. Very unselfish group. And super proud of the way they've gone this whole season, where we are to where we are now. I think we're 2 different teams, and hopefully we can keep going on that trajectory and see what happens.
Hey, Reinhardt Eagles, outright AAC conference champs.
Yeah.
Not co-champs.
No.
Not co.
No.
Conference champs.
No, that sounds so much better.
Absolutely. Tremendous ending to the season, Coach. And now moving on to this next phase, we're going to take a look at who Reinhardt has coming up next in the playoffs. This is the James Miller Coaches Show.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Krause Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's all led to this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends.
Hey, we got brother on three. 1, 2, 3.
This is our
Quarterback
time.
change. Rice running on the right side. Even Rice at the 30, 20. He is gone, folks. That is a touchdown. First touch of the game. He's going to get brought down. And it's intercepted. That's number 2, Markel Sutton. And he's going to score a touchdown. Reinhardt Eagles. Fake handoff. Taylor Jackson dropping back. He's going to throw it, and the ball will be caught. That's number 81, Cedric Colors, the senior. The handoff goes to Walker. Walker up the middle, and he walks in for a score. Touchdown. Alex Hansen ready to send this one away for the Eagles. Going to get brought down. 22 Nolan. He's pressured and sacked. Brought down by number 97. Jackson over in the backfield. Jackson's going to drop that pass, throwing it to Bradley. Bradley's going to score. Touchdown, Reinhardt. Grabowski's going to take it on the quarterback keeper, but he's going to get brought down. Number 1, Emmanuel Olsen, rolling right, throwing right. He will be able to find number 82. Taylor Jackson's going to take it for himself and for the touchdown. Welcome back to the James Miller Coaches Show. I'm your host, Lorenzo Robinson. I'm still with the namesake of our show, Coach James Miller. So, as we always do, I know that this one feels really good, but as we always do, week is over with. Gotta throw it behind the curtain.
Yeah.
It's over with, officially over with. Now, moving on to a foe that is very familiar to you, Southeastern. So, we already had our preview of Southeastern during that week. So, just explain to us a little bit about how that first meeting went for you guys.
So we found out last night, and basically, I think our kids were excited. Opportunity to play these guys. Played them once already in the regular season. I think it makes it a little bit different because and it's at their place. We kind of know what to expect. You're not walking into unfamiliar territory. We know their football team pretty well. They got a great team, man. Very, very physical. Very good on the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. You just turn on the Kaiser film. Kaiser's 2 there, whatever they are. I don't know, 16, 17, and it's a war. So I think we have a good understanding of what we're getting ready to walk into. They're very well coached. They do a good job of making adjustments at halftime. It's a great atmosphere to play in. I told the offensive line in our meeting today, there's nothing better than beating a team on the road. You should relish in that. I think it's awesome. I used to love it when I played. We won the ACC championship. We beat Miami on the road. It was awesome. It was great. So, it's going to take our best effort to beat them. And we're going to have a great week of preparation. It's going to have to be a great week of physical and mental preparation in order to beat them. Because they got really good players. Their quarterback is super special. He's a guy that can go the distance with his feet. He can throw it. They got multiple running backs. I think they had 39 carries for 305 yards on us the first time we played. So I think it's 7.8 a clip. It's pretty awful by us. But I think it's a challenge to us. I think it's a challenge to who we are, how we want to come back, how we want to respond. Offensively, we gave up 5 sacks. We weren't good up front, so it's a challenge to us. Their best position is probably the defensive line of their whole team. Their best player is number 91. Voted for him for All-American. I think he has 20 TFLs and 10 sacks. He's a dude. So they got good players. We got good players. And, when you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. So, basically everybody's 0-0. And it's a one-game Super Bowl. And I think both teams have been playing a one-game Super Bowl, though, basically the whole rest of the season. They lost the Florida Memorial early. We lost those 3 games early, and we had to be playing one-game playoffs the rest of the year. So I think we're both very desperate teams. They've played in a really good schedule, especially towards the end. They've played some really good teams with Kaiser and St. Thomas and some other playoff teams on that schedule. But I like our kids, and I like our football team. And I think we're going to go out there and bust our ass this week and do everything we can to prepare.
Whew.
So,
FCC Airways, man.
oh yeah. So, we're gonna be prepared and we're gonna be ready. So, we're gonna do everything we can as a staff, as players, support staff with our training room and strength coach. The kids did a great job in the weight room this morning. Did a good job at our first practice. So we're gonna do everything we can to prepare.
For sure. So, how has your team changed since that first meeting with them earlier this year?
I think we're executing better. I think down the stretch we've done a better job protecting the quarterback. I think we have some players that have stepped up over the course of the season that didn't maybe necessarily play against them. So I think we're at a better place from maybe from a health standpoint. We had some guys out that game that will be available this game. Now we got other guys out. So, but everybody's hurt at this point in the year. Everybody's got a nick. Everybody's got an injury. You got to be tough at this time of the year. That's what it comes down to. So I think we're matured since that game. I think we've grown up since that game. I think we're playing better since that game. Now we got to continue to do it, and it starts with our preparation. It starts with how we practice. It starts how we approach every day. So that's what we're going to try to do.
So you're taking a 6-game winning streak into this game. Does that give you and your team a different level of confidence going in, knowing that you're sort of playing your best ball at the right time?
Yeah, I think that always gives you confidence. I think it always gives you a little oomph, you know. If it doesn't, something's wrong with you. So I definitely think it adds value to what we're doing. So, yeah, I would say we're a confident football team right now. Now, that confidence can change. I don't want it to. So how do you keep your confidence high? You mentally prepare, you physically prepare. And if you do that, you'll be ready to go. So it's all about mental preparation at this point and really diving into your playbook, diving into what we're doing schematically, understand how we want to execute it for us to be successful on Saturday.
So when you think of a rivalry, right, there are different ways that you can build a rivalry. So you have rivalries that are born out of proximity.
Sure.
So that would be a team that's, you know, up the road, you recruit in the same recruiting base. A lot of kids grow up knowing each other, playing against each other. They end up meeting. It's a rivalry. Other rivalries are born out of competition, just continuously playing the same team, and you really just develop that bitter taste in your mouth when you see the same person over and over, see the same colors over and over. This is kind of what this is becoming. Now, this will be the 4th time in 3 seasons that you meet against Southeastern. Does this sort of feel like it's becoming a new rivalry for you and your program?
Yeah, last time I checked in a rivalry, you got to win, and we're 0 for 3. And, you know, we got to find a way to win. We got to find a way to beat these guys. We haven't found that way yet. But I think our kids are hungry to do it. I know I'm hungry to do it. I know our staff's hungry to do it. And hopefully on Saturday we can figure it out. But we got a huge test, man. They're a good football team. And, you know, Coach Waugh does a good job preparing them, and they're going to be ready. And I'm going to do everything in my power to hopefully make us ready. And it's going to be a great game, man. It's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be a physical contest. And we'll see what happens, see how the chips fall. but we're going to do everything we can to prepare.
So what's something that you and your team did well that you believe that you can take going into this game?
I thought at times we drove the football. I thought at times, I would say like the first half, I thought we started the game great. We were up 10-0. I thought at times we looked like a really, really good football team against them. And then at times we hit a lull. And I think one thing, our defense has to play better. We cannot give up 300 yards rushing and win. It's a challenge to our defensive line. It's a challenge to our linebackers. It's a challenge to our safety. The middle of our defense has to play better. If they play better, it gives us a great opportunity to be successful. So it's a challenge to those guys. They got to knock them back. They got to play physical. They got to get off blocks physical. It's going to be a war in the middle of our defense, and they got to understand that. D-Mac, Rivers, Cummings, all those guys, they got to understand it's getting ready to be a slobber knocker. Poindexter, Stevenson, Maweba, everybody's got to show up ready to go, guns blazing. So, but I'm excited. So
it's about time for my favorite segment of the show, and it's becoming a fan favorite, the James Miller Word of the Week. This is where Coach Miller gets a chance to set the tone for not just his team, not just his coaching staff, but the entire Reinhardt fan base. Everybody out there, you guys watching, getting the tone set straight from the coach himself. Coach Miller, what is your word of the week?
Find a way. When you get in the playoffs,
we'll make it work.
Make it work.
We'll make it work.
Find a way. When you get in the playoffs, it doesn't matter how you win. All you want to do is win. And we got to find a way, special teams, offensively, defensively, we got to find a way to execute, find a way to win, find a way to be physical, find a way to get off blocks, find a way. We got to find a way to beat this team. And like I said, we're going to do everything we can to prepare to give us a great opportunity on Saturday. So find a way, man, whatever it takes.
Coach.
Appreciate you, brother.
As always,
a
pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me. That was Coach Miller here on the James Miller Coaches Show. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have 3 guests here today, and we're going to start with our offensive representative, senior wide receiver, Mr. Cedric Cullors. Give him a chance to get settled in.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing, man?
Good, good.
Oh, man, it's great to see you, man.
Great to be here, man.
2-sport athlete, play baseball and football. You're a star in both sports. Is it difficult for you to sort of navigate and juggle having to play 2 sports here at Reinhardt?
I wouldn't really say there's any pressure in it besides the pressure that I add upon myself and trying to be great and trying to outperform my competition and be the best teammate for my team. But the coaching staff from football and baseball make it very easy and being myself and just focusing on one sport at a time, so that really helps.
For sure, for sure. So you've obviously had great moments, not just over the course of this season, but over the course of your career here at Reinhardt. You've been a very important player over the course of your time, but just focusing on this year for you specifically, what would you say is your favorite moment of the season?
One of my favorite moments didn't even come from myself. It came from a teammate, running back Chris Barnes. He scored at Rio Grande, and the whole atmosphere just changed. All the players were excited. The camera staff even came onto the field and congratulated Chris, and the training staff even ran across the field to congratulate him. So it was very great to see Chris Barnes get the love that he deserves. So it was nice.
Yeah, and that's really something that strikes me about you. You've always sort of had this real positive mindset, but you've really grown into a real leader into this team. What has that transition been like for you, just being a guy who brings consistent energy every day to now someone who can pour that energy into others?
I would say it wasn't easy at first, you know how it is being an athlete. You know, you want certain things to go your way and things, but you have to grow into the mindset of being there for others and not just for yourself. You got to be the best for the team, and being the best for the team is not always you being the best at what you do. So it's encouraging others, it's being there for others, and making sure that they can take the right steps to the right path for the betterment of the team.
So being that you are a leader, not just of your team, but of your receiver room as well, You have a good gauge on what your team can do, can't do, and what you feel like you can improve on, what you're doing well. What is something that you feel like you and your receiver room can do to help lead the team to a victory?
We can continue to make plays when presented to us, and continue to block on the outside for our running backs that are doing a great job running the ball, and seeing that we are blocking on the outside great for them, and they're making plays. So continue to block and make the plays when they're presented to us.
Absolutely. Sid, thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you.
A pleasure. So that was our offensive representative, Mr. Cedric Cullors, and we're going to have two guys from the defense, because the defense really was the star of the show last week. I know the offense put up 62 points, but defensively, I mean, if you saw what they were doing, well-deserved recognition. We're going to have one of the stars of the defense come up now, Mr. Brighton Peters. Brighton, how you doing, sir?
Great. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So me knowing who you are personally, me knowing your nature, I know that you're sort of a quiet guy.
Yeah.
You like to maybe not keep to yourself, but really keep a small circle around you. But you've now been a single-digit player for the last 2 seasons. You've been someone who's been sort of thrust into a leadership role based on your play and your ability. How has that sort of been for you now, being looked at as somebody that needs to pick up players around you?
At first, I really didn't know how I was going to handle the pressure, but it's just been a blessing, honestly. And I've had some growing pains along the way, but I'm truly grateful for the experience to be considered a leader on this team.
So you've had great moments over the course of your time here, but seems to me over these last few weeks you've really kicked it into high gear. The point game, you had a hit that, I'm not going to lie to you, I've seen you play a lot of football. I've never seen you make a play like that.
Right. Just
crazy. You really seem to be playing your best football as the season kind of winds down. What's sort of gone into that for you?
So for me, outside of football, I'm very big in my faith, and I've just been relying on God to just give me the strength. And I feel like He's just been playing through me, so I'm truly grateful for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you've obviously gone against Southeastern before, you and your team. This won't be the first time that you've seen them. It won't be the second or the third time either. It's going to be the fourth time. What did you learn over the course of those first few games that you feel like you can take going into this one?
So the biggest thing for me is us being more physical and executing the small details. You know, we really got to focus on the small details this entire week and just lock in on our craft. And I think we'll be very successful on Saturday. Absolutely,
absolutely. And you personally, you're someone that the coaching staff really trusts to take on some of the more important matchups in a variety of different games. You're generally taking on that number one receiver, that main outside guy. What's sort of your mindset when you go into matchups like those?
I just try to live in the moment, not making it too big, not allowing myself to get caught up in all the outside noise, just really locking in and trying to make my plays when they come.
Brighton, thank you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. A pleasure, a pleasure. That was Brighton Peters, and now we're going to get a chance to talk to a guy. We almost had a chance to talk to him a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, we had to cancel the show, but he's been one of the best new additions to this defense.
Yo.
They call him Deuce, so I'm going to call him Deuce. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. We're good.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're a player who obviously has some experience playing in the state of Florida. You're from the state of Florida. Does that give you a little bit more energy being able to play in your home state?
Yeah, man. It's good to play in Florida, for real, man. I've been there my whole life. I did go to college at Valdosta State, so it was a little different going back to Florida because I was at Valdosta for 3 years, but I just love playing in Florida, for real.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you spoke on playing at Valdosta State. You are used to playing with really a great program, playing in some big-time football games. Any lessons that you learned from your previous stop that you take on now here at Reinhardt?
I just take preparing during the week is very serious. Like just making sure you on your P's and Q's, just not making mistakes and just practicing hard. Like you can't just have a BS week. You have to go out there and just beat your opponent. Like Coach Miller said, we got to beat our opponent, and I learned that at Valdosta State.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, again, you are one of the better new additions to the defense. You joined a defensive line group that has a really rich tradition of being one of the more important groups of the team, but it seems like with you in tow, it's really taken things to a new level. What did you bring to the defensive line this season that's really made them into the group they are?
I just brought my leadership and my experience. I done been around the college game for a minute. This is my 5th year. Me just being the leader to the young guys and just letting them boys know how to work. Like, everybody say they want to work, but they don't know how to work. So I just prove it. They call me like throughout the week. I be tired, but I still get it in with the boys. So.
I got some of that last year, too.
Yeah,
I know how you feel, man.
Yeah. They get on me every day. Like, boy, you old, boy. I be like, yeah, I got it, but I'm still coming to practice every day, pushing. Like, coach will give me a rest day here and there. Sometimes I feel guilty by getting it because all I know is how to work. So me just coming here, just being the older guy in the room, still trying to still be young, make it fun. I don't really beat up on the young guys. I still just beat up for them and try to just pour into them because when I was at Valdosta State, all the older guys, they poured into me. So I'm trying to give back and do that too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Coach Miller touched on it a little bit earlier. He said that you guys gave up over 300 yards on the ground. Obviously, you and that defensive line group has grown so much over this season. What is the mindset for you and your group heading into Saturday?
We got to attack, man. When we went down there, we started out good early, and then they punched us in the mouth. And me personally, like I told Coach Miller, I felt like we quit. And my dad didn't raise no quitter. Like, he ain't raised me to quit. I feel like we just gave up, and trust me, that won't happen again. If we lose, we going down without it's going to be a fight. Like, we got to claw and scratch and just do anything to find a way to win. Like Coach Miller said, find a way is the saying for the week. We got to find a way. Like, it really felt embarrassing because what Coach Miller poured into us, Coach Fred in the D-line room throughout the week, we put in too much work to just get embarrassed. So we going down there to fight. Like, that's the motto. We got to fight.
Absolutely, Deuce.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for joining me, man.
For sure.
That's Deuce. I'm Lorenzo Robinson. This has been the James Miller Coaches Show. Hopefully not the last episode, but thank you all for joining us, and we will see you all next time.